Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'd know that my husband Akshay and I just got back from our trip to Turkey. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, please make sure you do. My Insta handle is @TheRealJuhi Sharma, and go hit the follow button and stay tuned with everything that's going on in my life. This video is going to be all about how to shop in Turkey when you're on a budget. So if you're planning a trip there and you want to shop, be sure to watch the rest of this video and give it a thumbs up at the end of it. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with my absolute favorites and something I always buy when I travel, and those are magnets. So I picked up these 3 magnets for 10 liras at the Grand Bazaar, and they are just imitations of like Turkish tiles. So they've got like the traditional print going, and they've got the traditional colors as well, and they were just so beautiful that I had to have them. And there's like a large variety to choose from as well. There's a whole bunch of colors to choose from, yellows and blues and pinks and oranges. But anyway, I also got another magnet. This one here is more generic. It's just a very generic Istanbul magnet. And I believe like the little mosque back here is Sophia, but I'm not entirely sure, but I think it looks like it. And I got this one here for 5 liras. And I'm going to show you 2 other magnets which I picked up in Cappadocia. This one here is like the iconic hot air balloons that Cappadocia is famous for. This one here was 2.50 liras. And I also got this one. This is like an evil eye. It's very like Middle Eastern and Turkish looking. And it was so cute that I thought I'd just have to have it. And this one here was also 250 liras. So I got them both for 5 liras from the same shop. And moving on to another little trinket, which I think is a great souvenir for yourself or for a friend. For someone who's just an avid reader, or even just yourself, if you're an avid reader, it's this little bookmark here. It's got the same like Turkish print, Turkish theme going on with the blue tiles, and I believe this was 3 liras. Yeah, it was either 2 or 3 liras, I can't remember, but it was a really great buy. Next, I'm going to show you 3 little bowls made of ceramic that I picked up when we were in Cappadocia. We had just finished looking at the area around the 3 beauties. They're also known as the 3 sisters, I believe, and they have a little market in the area behind that area, and I bought these there, and the 3 were for 10 liras in total. These are all hand painted, and they've got like the same Turkish prints going on the inside. And they're so beautiful. You can use them for absolutely anything. You can use them as trinket bowls, or just little like nut bowls for like almonds or pistachios or whatever, or just use them as just simple decor pieces around the house. Yeah, and they're just so cute. And these aren't really for me, they're for my mom, but she doesn't know she's getting them yet. Next, I'm going to show you something I bought to give away to very close friends and family. And they're coasters for your table, and I bought each of these for 8 liras. However, I do suggest bargaining. Bargaining is something I feel you should definitely do when you're shopping in Turkey. Our friends told Akshay and I that bargaining is something that you must do no matter what you're buying, and that you shouldn't buy anything without bargaining, but the 2 of us are just not really good at it. I mean, towards the end of the trip, I think Akshay really started to get a hang of bargaining, but it just isn't something I can do. These guys here, like I said, I bought for 8 liras each, but I think you can get them for around 5. I did find them at a cheaper price after I'd already purchased these. However, the max I think you should pay for these is 10 liras. And they're so beautiful, and they've got like a little foam padding at the bottom so they won't scratch your table either. And they're also ceramic, and don't think these are hand painted, but they're so beautiful. Same idea with the Turkish print and the Turkish colors. And there's a whole variety to choose from. They come in different shapes and different sizes as well. You can buy tea coasters for your teacups as well, which I think were obviously smaller in size, so they were definitely cheaper as well. Yeah, so these I'm going to give away. I think I'm going to keep one for myself and give the rest away. All right, so another item I bought, which I'm super excited to use and I can't wait to use it, is this little set of 3 cosmetic pouches. So they're the exact same looking, just 3 different sizes, and they very conveniently fit into each other, which I think is great. Now, you don't necessarily have to use these as cosmetic pouches. You can definitely use them for anything. I like to refer to them as cosmetic pouches just because I travel with quite a bit of makeup when I'm traveling, or I just need to have like 50 shades of lipstick. I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to have it wherever I go, and I think this guy here is going to be just perfect for me. So yeah, I bought this set of 3 for $30. This I bought from a very cute shop in Cappadocia, where I got the 2 Cappadocian magnets as well. It's a really tiny shop. It's not fancy at all. It's kind of actually shady looking, and it's sort of hidden between a whole bunch of fancy looking shops in Cappadocia. It's owned by a very old man, but he's so sweet, and I think he's just gotten to the point where he just couldn't care less. But it's a great shop and he's very sweet, so be sure to check it out. You can't miss it, I promise. Okay, another thing I want to show you, which I don't think is related to Turkey in any way. Akshay decided to buy this for himself on our first evening in Istanbul. And at that point we didn't really know how much things really costed, so we ended up seriously overpaying for this. It's a little VW toy truck, as you can see, and I believe the boot opens up as well, which I think is so cute. There. And the door opens too, but I'm not going to try, or I will actually. Oh yeah, there you go. The door opens up as well. This we paid 45 liras for, and now that I look back, I think it was like ridiculous that we did that, but we didn't know, and I think when we converted to dollars we thought it was like $11 or $12, so we were like, oh yeah, that's not so bad. But in liras it's like way too much. So yeah, if you're looking to buy a little toy truck like that in Turkey, do not pay 45 liras for it. It's just ridiculous. But it's so cute. I'm still happy that we got it, and we're both really obsessed with VWs. Every single car we've owned thus far has been a VW, so that tells you something about us. Yeah, next I bought something I've wanted to have for like a while now. I've seen so many pictures of these lamps, and this was the perfect moment for me to grab a couple for my home. So I bought this one right here. For 40 liras, and for this particular size I think it's a great price, because other stores at the Grand Bazaar were selling similar lamps in the same size for like 150 liras. A couple of stores were selling it for like $150. I think when they like sort of target you as tourists or label you as tourists, they jack up the prices like immediately. So you really need to make sure that you're getting yourself a good deal. So yeah, definitely hone those bargaining skills, because you're going to need them. This one here was also a little bit cheaper because it doesn't come with an additional light bulb holder on the inside. I think I'm going to have to buy those adjustments for myself. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to figure it out. I also bought another lamp. This one here was a little bit higher up in price for 2 reasons. One, because it comes with like the entire light bulb fixture on the inside, as well as the external wiring for me to hang it up in my ceiling. This one here is also a little bit bigger, which is why it's also a little bit more pricey. This one here was 70 liras, and we got a really great deal on this because it just so happened that we were walking by the shop, and this man who worked at the shop started speaking to us in Hindi, and I think he just guessed that we had an Indian origin, so he started talking to us, we became friends, and he gave us a great deal. And yeah, this one here was 70 liras, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous green. It doesn't look as glamorous right now because the light bulb isn't inside, but I swear to God, once the light bulb goes in, it sparkles. It's like magic. And I'm so excited to put these up. I cannot wait. Another little token that Akshay picked out was this little lantern here. I'm not really sure how this is supposed to work. We still have that to figure out. But I do know it's either with like a special gas or a special oil. We're not sure how, but we're gonna probably do some research or ask around to see how we can actually put this to use. And if we can't, we're probably just gonna use it as a decor piece. This one here is also hand painted, and I think, if I'm not wrong, I paid 45 liras for this. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling that I may have paid a little bit more for this than I should have. Again, if I had bargained, I think I could have gotten away with this little goodie for around, say, 25, 30 liras. Not sure, but I paid 45, and I think it was a great price. So yeah, be sure to do your due diligence. Alright. Next is something that I got as a little token from Akshay as a gift to always remind me of Turkey. I mean, surely all of these gifts are going to remind me of Turkey, but this one here is a little close to my heart. So, like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you'd know that the both of us got very sick while we were there, and we had a sore throat. We both lost our voices for about a couple of days. And we were like drinking tea. I think we lived on tea. There were days when I would have like, I don't know, 6 to 10 or 8 to 10 cups of Turkish tea in a day. I would start off with like 3 for breakfast, and that would take me for a couple more hours until I needed to sort of, you know, make my throat feel refreshed and not so scratchy again. So I bought a set of 6 Turkish teacups and saucers. They aren't super fancy. The fancier ones definitely are available. They do go higher up in price. I decided to get these because they sort of fit my budget and they look cute. Let me show you what they look like. So they're very basic. So it's a transparent glass saucer, and I've got a transparent glass Turkish teacup, and it looks like that. Now you definitely can drink more than just Turkish tea in here. You can absolutely drink any kind of tea out of here. And I think I'm gonna have some chai out of this as well. I mean, I'm Indian partially, so chai is like something I drink almost every day. So I'm really excited to put these to use. I bought this set of 6 teacups and saucers for, I think, are 50 liras. If not 50, it was like 48 or 50 liras. I mean, it was a really great deal. What I want to say to you guys about teacups, if you're looking to buy a set, I would recommend going to the Pasabace store. So Pasabace is a brand. They specialize in making these teacups and saucers and other home accessories and dishes and plates and whatnot. And this was actually recommended to me by one of my followers, so thank you so much for telling me about this place, because I would have ended up paying a lot more than I should have if I hadn't known about the store. So yeah, if you're in Istanbul or if you are in an area in Turkey where you have a Pasabace store near you, be sure to visit. I promise you it will be worth your while. They've got beautiful, beautiful things in the store. Just to give you an idea about what these cups and saucers would cost you if you were buying them at the Grand Bazaar. I mean, there were people selling it for 150 liras for the set, and then I had another store ask for 350 liras for the set of 6. So you can see the price difference. There wasn't a huge quality difference, so you definitely have to know what you're paying, and you definitely have to know that it's worth it before shelling out the money. So yeah, that's my little bit. On the note of teacups and saucers, I also bought some loose leaf rosebud tea. So Akshay and I were waiting for our Uber, which took forever to come, by the way, and it was pouring and we were both super soaked. So we decided to take shelter in this little shop, and we felt so guilty just walking out without buying something that we ended up buying this. Surely I wanted it. It wasn't like a forced buy or anything. It's this little pack. They're just dried up rosebuds, and you just put them in hot water and you allow it to steep like you would any normal tea. I honestly can't remember how much I paid for this, but I do know that I got charged by weight. And if I were to put an approximate ballpark, I think I probably paid around 20 or 25 liras for this. I also bought Turkish tea from the same store, but I can't show you that because, well, it's already stowed away in my kitchen cabinet where I put all my teas. Lastly, I'm going to show you something that I think everyone should try to buy if they're in Turkey, because it's like so iconic and it's something that will definitely give you Turkish feels even when you're back home. Turkish carpets. So this is the very first carpet that we bought from Istanbul, and we paid 150 liras for this carpet, which, by the way, let me tell you, we overpaid for. It was definitely not worth 150 liras simply because of the quality. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show it to you in the video, but it's like super flimsy, like it has no structure at all. So this is definitely like a lot lighter in weight than a regular carpet, so I think this would make a better wall hanging. And I don't think I should have paid more than, like, say 40 or 50 liras for a carpet that's in this quality. Now let me show you in comparison two other carpets that we bought at a different store in Cappadocia, and you will definitely see the difference in quality and why we actually paid a lot more for those. So we bought these two carpets here, and the two of these costed us 350 liras. So one of them is actually bigger than the other. It's this one here. Oh my god, I love the colors on this carpet. I'm obsessed with this. As soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to have this one. So yeah, this one here, as you can see, I hope you can tell, it's not as flimsy. You can see that it holds up a lot more. Also, you can see in the back here that it's got sort of like a non-slip kind of grip, so when you put it on the floor it won't like move around or just slide off while you're walking. So yeah, this one here, and then we got another one which is smaller but also very, very, very beautiful, and it's the same quality, and this is I think the second size up that you can get. There is a smaller size available as well. And I think we got a really great deal on these because when we asked one of the staff members at the hotel that we were staying at, they said that we actually got a really great deal, so that obviously tells us that we did get a great deal. So yeah, these two were 350 liras. So when you're buying carpets, I think my tip is always make sure that you're paying for the quality you're getting. There's also another kind of Turkish carpet you can buy. They're hand woven by women, and each carpet takes approximately, I would say, between a month to 3 months depending on the size and the design. Those ones are obviously a lot higher in price, and we didn't buy them because we were on a budget. But these ones are also beautiful, and you can sort of choose what works best for you. That is about it. Oh no, wait, one last thing. When we were walking near the Ortaköy Mosque area, there was a market behind the mosque, and I bought these two bracelets from there. This pink one here, and this white pearly bracelet as well. They were 10 liras each. I will say though that I definitely overpaid for these, because when we went to the Grand Bazaar a couple of days later, I found the exact same bracelets for about 2.50 lira. There were other stores that were selling it for like 5 liras or 7 liras, but yeah, I definitely paid a lot more than I should have. So if you're looking to buy little bracelets, I don't think you should pay more than, say, 5 liras on average. So yeah, that's everything I bought in Turkey. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or leave me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you thought, and I'll see you soon. Bye.